Plugged in and switched on. This is the Star We Are live.
Welcome, everybody.
I accidentally muted myself. Nice save. So we're off to a great start already.
Love it.
We are the Star We Are. I'm Slammin' Sammy.
I am Landry's Legend.
It's your man Jimmy J's here. And listen, guys, I wish you could have been with us pregame show. We're gonna have a fun show. We might have just had a funner pre-show. You should have been there. Some technical issues, some laughter, some jokes. It was good. So just a real quick rundown what we got for you today. We're gonna have some quick Star We Are updates. We're gonna get some camp updates from Sammy, a little quick news. We're gonna run through a little segment called Trending or Rescinding and see what this week's preseason look like, see whose kind of stock is up, stock is down, so to speak. And then we'll have a little fun at the end. Who knows what we might do? Stick around. Sam doesn't even know what we might do, but we'll just call it the Sammiee Special today. So stick around with us. Let's get right into this thing. Just some quick updates for the Star We Are. The raffle, some people have been having some questions about it. That's been going on with the two jerseys, the ball, the money, everything for the YMCA of Metro Dallas. We will be closing it whether we hit our mark or not on by week week 3 of the season.
Week 3.
By week 3 we'll go ahead and draw a winner there. So anybody that's interested in that or has their tickets in week 3 of the season, we're going to go ahead and get that announced. If you don't have one, here's the deets. It's 4 entries per person, $25 per entry. You've got yourself a chance to get a Dak Prescott jersey, a neon Deion Sanders throwback Mitchell and Ness jersey, $421, and a ball signed by multiple Hall of Famers. It's that easy. It's that cool. And the proceeds, like we said, are going to the YMCA of Metropolitan Dallas, to the youth sports program, to help out the kids there, get equipment, everything they need to help these kids grow in the game, in the games we love and that we grew up playing. So that's one little quick update. I think that's mostly it. Like I said, we've got a couple new things added, and we'll be coming up with, of course, every week we'll have new games, new segments. But before we get into the camp updates, how's everybody's day?
Fantastic. As usual, another week down, one preseason game away, and we are ticking.
Sorry, my nose.
Pretty much just like everybody, excited for football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Day was good. Had a migraine. Took a nap. Woke up. Here we are.
Day was good. Had a migraine. Not sure if I've ever heard that in that order, but
it was weird. Morning started out great, and then I had 1 hour of work, and then it hit me, and I was like, no. Came home, took a nap. I'm back to good again. I'll take it.
Better. Naps fix migraines. You heard it here.
I hope so, because I've heard of them lingering for days.
Oh, God. Do not mention those words together. That happened
tough.
to me one time. Never again.
Well, look, if we keep talking about migraines, I'm going to get one. So, Sam, let's hit us with some camp updates. Let's get some news. Tell the people what, if they don't already know, what you probably do, what might be interesting right now.
Well, I have a little bit of news here. Well, first, I want to start off with some extra positives and say happy birthday to Chuma Edoga and Marvion Overshone. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday.
Lucky to have you both. But poor Chuma, 2 days before his birthday, got ruled out, expected to miss some time with a broken toe. I have been there. I have done that, and my heart hurts for him. Miserable.
What's he looking at with that? Is it surgery, or what's the time frame? Do we know?
I haven't seen anything about a surgery. I just have an extended amount of time, which, based on the sound of that, I don't like. I can say from experience, they told me 4 to 6 weeks, but I don't know if a big toe is any different than smaller toes. So
yeah,
I don't know. But with Chuma Edoga's absence, we have Asim Richards stepping up, and he is going to take more reps at the left tackle position. So hopefully we get some good come up from that.
Asim was the one who got planted by Jared Verse at camp against the Rams, but I won't hold one camp play against him. But You know, it
Right.
seems a guy who I don't know, he's been with us a couple years now, and he's shown some things, but I don't know, I'm not a
Something.
huge Asim Richards guy. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot where it come from too much about the player, to be honest.
We were hoping for
Mhm.
more snaps for Let's Go, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I
See.
don't know. They must have some sort of plan going. I mean, hopefully it's in the right way. But
Yep.
also the man, the myth, our number one, or our first round draft pick this year, Tyler Guyton, after an amazing game last time and just, kind of showing out all through camp. He is also going to be taken over at left tackle, if I read that right. And he will be more starting reps coming. So he'll be
Yeah.
our main go-to guy. Hallelujah.
Yeah, I
With
think
his
we can expect him to win
enthusiasm.
that job.
Highest graded rookie tackle in PFF from preseason week 1. It's just a
God.
preseason grade, but it's all you can grade.
That's right.
Yeah, I was so excited for him draft day. I just can't believe this is real life. Someone we all have grown to love. I mean, probably from the beginning of the draft, Cooper Beebe. We kind of assumed it to begin with, but he is also going to take more starting reps at center, which I am super excited about. I think that is
Yes.
what he is meant to be doing, and we called it a long time ago. I thought that's what he was going to do, and we're making it a reality. Sorry, Brock
Yeah.
Hoffman, but Cooper Beebe's time to shine.
We'll get into some of those highlights and talk about why he's already looking to win that job.
Yes, yes.
So the last two things. Oh, okay. So I have one, kind of more related to camp. Well, preseason game. Brandon Aubrey, our wonderful kicker, had to run off from preseason game because he had a little baby. Yay! I'm so
Go
excited
Butters.
for them. Yes,
Baby Butters. We love it.
Baby Butters. I can't help but think of a South Park reference.
Boy or girl? Do we
Cowboys-
know? Do we know?
I
Is
have
it
looked. I haven't
is it a
seen
buttery
anything.
boy or a
I'm going to look after I get done telling you the rest of my news, and I'm going to find out. I will go creep and see what I can find real quick. I didn't see anything on the, the big wide open part, but maybe if I do a
They're
quick
keeping
little
it a
dig, I'll
secret.
find out. They better not. I feel like our Cowboys fans are dying to know. And this is something everybody's probably heard. Don't know if we're happy or sad about this. Cowboys franchise broke a record. We are the highest worth. That doesn't make sense. That's the only
Highest
way I can
valued
spit it out.
franchise.
There we go. At $10.32 billion. Wow. But
Oh, we're
yet,
over 10 now.
Right. Every
Incredible.
year it goes up. We always stay number one. Every year it goes up, and every year we break our own record.
now we need to sign our number
10-3-2.
one receiver.
Mhm.
The stinginess. But yeah, so that's all I have for now. But I will continue to keep you guys updated as the weeks come, and I will have better and better and better news. I see it coming.
I hope so.
And we mentioned last week, from all the digging we had done, what we thought camp dates would be. The Dallas Cowboys finally, with 2 weeks to go, decided they would release that quietly amongst the below the ticker during the preseason week 1. But 27th, 28th of August, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to camp. We'll see you there.
Let's go. Let's go. And
Oh
yes,
my God,
Mike,
I'm so excited.
thanks for stopping by, brother. And you bet anytime you ring the bell, you ring that little Twitter DM bell, and we will definitely answer the call. We'd love to be on the show, and likewise, we'll definitely have to have you guys on this season.
Yeah, switch roles.
With that being said, Sam, I think we had a little special presentation.
Are you talking about the new show starting every Wednesday at 10 a.m. for the rest of the season? Maybe. Okay. What is it about? Can you tell us that?
Let me see if I can get us into a better view. We'll just take a look.
When I wake up in the AM and my brain is full of mayhem from the week of NFL on my mind. Before I even open X and try to send a text, gotta get it off my chest before I lose my mind. It's alright, 'cause it's off the O-line, just can't block, and it feels like it's a waste of your time. Trying hard just to care, wanna pull out your hair. Hang with Jimmy Wednesday morning, it'll be alright. It's alright. 'Cause it's AM.
Oh boy.
It's alright. 'Cause it's AM. It's alright. 'Cause it's AM. It's alright to be mad as hell.
Oh boy.
Those poor
So-
TVs.
So Sam, how much do you know about the reference? How much about the Saved by the Bell do you know?
So it's been a while since I watched it, but me and my dad used to watch that show all the time. I remember the characters and I remember like the basics of it, but I do remember the show. I'm enough to know what Saved by the Bell is.
Oh yeah, enough to have seen it.
So,
Yeah.
so needless to say, when your NFL team, especially the Dallas Cowboys, has you on edge and has you ready to just choke someone out, and you just fuming, and whether it be at your front office, at your players, at your quarterback, we all know we get mad at our quarterbacks, whatever it be. Stop by Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. The first episode will be next Wednesday on the 20th, I believe it is, or the 21st. And stop by with your man Jimmy. Let out the anger. It's AM Mayhem. Get it all off your chest. You can leave comments throughout the week on the post for the show and topics. I'll be taking those. We'll be ranting and raving about it. Stop by and let us know what spoils your milk. What really trips your trigger. As our man Peter Griffin says, what grinds your gears.
I love that. Reverse your bubble.
So I'm excited for this season. Preseason week 1 was cool. Caught a little bit of some other games. Caught a little bit of, caught all the Cowboys, of course, most of it. I would say 93%. Did take my eyes off for a little bit. It is preseason, right? But we definitely have some people who, as you said, stood out, and we definitely had some people that maybe need to stand down. And so we can definitely get right into that. With a little bit of trending or rescinding, I believe it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
You've got a look on your face like you are just in such deep thought.
yeah, I am in deep thought. I'm looking for your overlay about trending and rescinding. I
Oh.
just don't see it.
I
I don't
have
know
an
why.
overlay just for me.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't see it.
It's fine. We don't need an overlay.
Right.
You
Um,
guys want to take it away?
Yeah, we'll just go with the week 1 talk. I just don't have a title bar for you.
No, so we have some stats here for the first couple series that we're going to go over. I believe it was our man. Oh boy, there we go.
I know what we're gonna do.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oop.
How dare you?
That was not good.
So obviously, like Sam said, Tyler Guyton, even the limited snaps he played, they were good. He was the highest, like Landry said, the highest graded left tackle out of all rookie tackles that started. Now, I don't know if Joe Alt started this week. If anybody in chat knows if Joe Alt played for the Chargers in preseason week 1, because I think we can all say pretty easily that, Joe Alt is the left tackle out of this class. I mean, he just, when you get picked that high, you're like considered a top 4 or 5 pick. You're basically considered a future borderline Hall of Famer already when you're that guy, at left tackle. So other than him, I think we might have gotten the left tackle of the draft outside of Joe Alt and Tyler Guyton. And he had an outstanding game. We don't have a lot of clips from him. He did play obviously on a snap count, very limited, but looked great. Who's at 9 tackles and an interception first quarter?
Yeah, Marquise Bell.
Yeah,
Woo!
really good to see him, playing the safety position, not having to come up and play linebacker. Very,
Thank
very good
God
to
for the
see,
come up
which
there.
is a good sign because, now that means we have linebackers, right? And so
Right.
we've been so thin at that room for the last year or two. Every time LVE got hurt, it felt like we didn't have a linebacker core.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I'm missing my topics for the trending or ascending. Our three different topics where we had this broken down, but players we're talking about now. You mentioned a handful of the ups. Jalen Brooks, another obvious up. Eric Scott
Whoop, whoop.
Jr., the biggest obvious down. You speak more on that, and Trey Lance,
Well,
Boo.
yes.
not good.
No, Eric Scott Jr. left some plays on the field, right? He had
Missed tackle on the first second drive. That goes for 50 yards, nearly a touchdown.
yes, he wasn't in position very well. He tried to place the ball when you shouldn't be trying to play the ball. And he tries to go through the body of the receiver after the ball instead of wrapping up, making the tackle. And like you said, that's the one that broke. He does something similar in the red zone later. Yeah, he had a poor showing. He had you'd definitely like to see more from him. He had a couple promising camps the last 2 years. So guys got 2 more opportunities to get out there and make up for that. Butters was
About
perfect.
one interception that they
Beautiful.
threw to him.
They threw it right at him.
So he caught that at least.
At
Well,
least.
Well, I don't know. An NFL quarterback could throw me a football. I might drop it. So I don't, who am I to say?
Wow.
But somebody who also stood out, and listen, it's Cooper Beebe. We all kind of, even when his dad was on the show, kind of said, if he gets the snapping of the ball and the nuances and the mechanics of playing the center position down, then he's going to win the job because of his strength. His dad used the phrase, he can squat a house. I mean, he's just strong. He's a people mover. He moves bodies. And we got a couple of clips here in just a minute that we'll be showing you.
Yeah, no, I've got those now. We can take a look.
You got Coop?
Okay. Yeah.
So here's one here, as you can see. So Coop's going to be on the ball, on center, of course, here. And
we'll let it run through.
And so what you like to see, so run it back just a little bit right here. Give that a pause. Oh boy. And so what you'd like to see here is he kind of finds himself in a situation where nobody rushed the gap, right? Nobody rushed the center gap. And so he finds himself just kind of floating. He can try to, a lot of rookies might make the mistake of looking too far up the field there at the quarterback spy and let his feet trickle out too far and maybe get too far upfield and you get an ineligible man downfield. Instead, this guy says, where's the closest guy to me that I can hurt for a second so he knows that I'm here? And that's what you love to see. You play nasty, you play with some intensity. So we're going to run that back for you. And we love to see it, Coop. Keep playing nasty. Look at him. That's a man of a face like you just broke into his house. Oh, what are you doing here? Why are you here? What? Like he snuck in his living room. Here's another play that's going to show some effort, right? Some effort.
This is very impressive. Go ahead.
So run it back just a little bit. So he's going to come off the ball here again, obviously in the center position.
Awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let it run through here.
That's a throw Trey Lance missed, by the way. So he's going to come off the ball here. Boom. He's upfield helping already, right? So they've got that man driven out of the box by 2 yards. He's going to get off that tackle. And because his effort and his connection with the next linebacker up the field is going to gain the running back another 2 yards. And so you love to see just the energy, the push, the drive, the strength of this young man. And to get in there with that confidence, preseason week 1, do exactly what he's asked. Be on the field where he's supposed to be up the field where he's supposed to be. Just a lot of good things from Coop. So super excited to see. We're rooting for him, and we're all Hoffman fans. It's good that we've got a couple guys that are serviceable at this position, and it just looks like Cooper Beebe is going to be far more than serviceable, I think.
You mentioned Marshawn Nealand also as one of the trending. We're going to take a look at some of those as well.
Yeah, we'll get into Marshawn last. We could take a look. Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, we can get into Marshawn last. If you want to bring up the other one, we'll get into a little bit of some quarterback talk.
Why do we even have to talk about this?
Okay, so tell us why you wouldn't want to, Sam. Give us your takeaway on quarterback play. This last Sunday.
Do I have to? Okay, so I'm mad. Like, I've been a Trey Lance supporter from the very beginning. Like, I was stoked. I was like, man, he has to have potential in there somewhere. You know, I was thinking 49ers didn't really give him a chance, And then, well, here we are, years in, and that's what we got. I was crushed. I was like, what are you doing? Like, there was opportunities he missed. The best thing I seen from him was running, which I will reference him very, very lightly to running quick, you know?
Yeah.
But, and the only other person that reminds me of is Lamar Jackson, but he's also not in the same conversation as Lamar Jackson, so I can't really put those two together.
Yeah.
But man, I was
You
just
said it.
like crushed. And then
You
what?
said
Who
it.
did?
Missed opportunities, and he showed his legs. It's exactly
it.
what we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
overall, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say it wasn't all his fault. I remember watching kind of towards the end, him and what was it, McMath, just collaborate very well. Drop passes,
Yeah.
overthrows. Like, I don't know who jumped up and caught that one by Trey Lance, but I was happy. I was kind of hoping we were adjusting to him, but then when they start going high, he starts throwing out of the way. Like, I don't know.
And those two that you're talking about later on, where they had to try to, kind of go up and get the ball, those definitely helped with the yardage and stuff, because like I was going to say, overall statistically, so we've got some Trey Lance comments here. Need to about a running back situation, and then he gives his really stark opinion that Trey Lance sucks and let him go. So thanks for stopping by, Chuck. Thanks for your thoughts and opinions there. So sucks is a strong word, but like I said, 60% completion doesn't sound horrible. It was 28 of 51 or 28 of 60 or something.
41, I believe.
No touchdown.
And it wasn't.
60% completion percentage is what he had on 180 yards, 44 yards rushing, no touchdowns. But it's the early on plays that he missed. The fade route that you have to hit. The open, I believe it was Schoonmaker, down the field that was open, you have to hit. And then the 9 route later on,
touchdown pass. Mm-hmm.
On the Cooper Beebe highlight we were just watched, that was wide open. You have to hit. If you can hit 1 or 2 of those, then all of a sudden you're talking 40 or 50 more yards and a score on the board. Then then that's okay. But when you missed all 3 of those big opportunities and 2 of them happen to be touchdowns, you can't put together a game of missing those opportunities against that competition. And it just looked very well. I am a fan of him too. When you give a 4th round pick for a guy who's young and all the hype and expectation he's had with San Francisco paying what they paid for him, and us feeling like we stole him for a 4th round pick when they gave up basically 3 first round picks, you're rooting for him. You want to see him do great. And he's going to, again, he'll have 2 more opportunities. Listen, they asked Cooper Rush to step up and make a throw in his first series. He drilled it. Cooper Rush stepped in and said, look, I don't have no problem doing this. Like, and we've already seen him win.
We have some of that here on these highlights. I didn't put this particular reel together, but you got Dak Prescott out here hyping the team up. What's the context behind that?
So I believe this clip was from, by the way, credit to everybody we grabbed these from: Patrick Nosey Walker, Lacey FB Cowboys Queen, Alex King, John Machota. I believe that's everybody. This is just Dak out there pregame at SoFi, doing his thing, being the leader that he is, hyping the guys up for a little preseason game. Just good to see QB1 always. Let's see what Chuck says here. His 5th string defense, he should have lit them up. You would like to see him doing it. Now here's a play early on. This was a little later. This is one he misses. And what you're looking at right here, the reason we've got it, you can run it back to right there where he drops into the pocket and give it a little freeze frame.
Mm-hmm.
What you would like to see him do here is get out of that first read if you know it's not immediately there, and go ahead and hit that check down to the side and give that guy time to make a play. If you're not going to do that, you cannot stand here and let your right tackle get driven into your lap without using your pocket. You have legs, you're an athlete, and buy some time. And use that pocket.
He can climb it right there. You see him take 1, 2 hitch all that time. He can be climbing the pocket.
Instead, he'll actually take the hit on the throw with his right tackle standing right next to him, and you'd rather see him get away from those. Here's Cooper Rush.
This is what you were speaking to earlier, where Cooper
Yeah,
Rush
he's
gets
got
his one shot. What?
And with someone in his face and just drops it right in the basket. I don't know what this video quality is like for everybody. If you can let us know.
Really good adjustment though on the catch as well. I mean, it's
yeah, and that was Brooks, who also had a pretty standout game. Jalen Brooks looked sharp. He was running his routes well, good hands. Cropper as well. Jalen Moreno Cropper had a really good game. Didn't we find out we had 4 Jalens in our wide receiver room?
I think we came up with 3.
Moreno Cropper, Brooks, Jalen Tolbert.
No.
Is that it?
I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough Jalen's in the wide receiver room. Okay. And then and so that was kind of it. You know, we just showed a little bit of QB1, QB2, and QB3 there. And listen, you guys can tell us in the comments what you think. Who's QB2 and 3? I think it looks clear that Rush is number 2. What do you guys think?
Oh no, it's obviously clear. And Trey Lance, you know, my commentary on him, he looked like a rookie who hasn't played a lot of football, and he hasn't. He sees this is, like you said, it's his 4th year in the league, but he even camps. You know, he's had camps that he's missed in just these first couple years. It looked like the same thing that he was drafted: athletic, upside.
And the sample sizes are so few and far between too, because you know, the first few actual starts he had in the NFL, he was closer to a rookie, and he was playing against starters. They were actual starts in the regular season, and he looked better than what he did this last Sunday. That's kind of the one, like, you know, kind of the underlying factor that just looms over the whole thing for me is we've kind of seen him on the field in the NFL look slightly better against starters than he against guys who are trying to find a job. So that to me that's tough. That's not a combination you want to see. Yeah, he hasn't had much time. He hasn't had opportunities since then. He's dealt with an injury, this and that. But this is his 2nd year learning under McCarthy's system. So this is his 2nd camp with McCarthy. You really expected to see a little more. Like I said, they didn't, it's not like they didn't give him a shot. He threw the ball 50 something times, I think. 60 times. So they were throwing it, you know.
Played the whole game.
He did. He played pretty much 3/4 of football.
I will give him. Did we not throw any interceptions though, or did we throw?
He didn't do that. I'll give you that.
I will give him that.
Didn't score a lot of points either.
Hey, we weren't talking about that. Well, I mean, we are, but we shouldn't.
Oh, we're talking about how he had a poor performance when people had a lot of high expectations, and it certainly didn't show anything for. If he's quarterback number 3, then the 4th round draft pick was too much, and that's really, I think, in the end what I was hoping to see. You were worth a 4th round draft pick, right? You can win this the backup job and be, you know, some kind of viability.
Dak Prescott's 4th round draft pick.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. And imagine being we're not the 49ers. Imagine spending 2 first rounds and trading your current first round to move up and get a guy who's now fighting to be 3rd string on someone else's team. Imagine how that feels just 3 years removed. That's a lot of capital for a guy who is really fighting for a job. I mean, after that, you know, I hate to say it, I think his QB3 position is secure in Dallas for this season. We still have the right to pick up his 5th year option. We're going to continue to look at him. So while his job is secure here, he looked like a guy that was potentially fighting for a job. Sunday, and at least that's what the play looked like. So let's talk about our guy who Sam and I, Landry was, as busy as a couple bees that day. But Sam and I were lucky enough to have Mr. Marshawn Nealon come on the show and bless us with some of his time and tell us a little bit about himself. And we got to know him. We got to know what kind of pizza toppings he liked, what kind of songs he liked, what kind of Avengers he hated. Let's just say Marshawn hates bow and arrows, and Avengers named the guy with the bow and arrow. Hawkeye?
Named the guy with the bow and arrow.
So we got some Marshawn highlights here, and I think he won the day. I really think out of all the names you were looking for, out of everybody you wanted to see, especially the rookies at least, he showed some things that just promising throughout. He played a lot of snaps and he played them very well. So here's one where you'll see.
As soon as he came out there, he just looked the part.
He did.
I hadn't seen a lot of the kind of, well, I guess the kind of camera angles and views you get in preseason. Most of the camp footage I've seen maybe from the stands and so forth. Big guy, he looked the part. So here we go.
Yeah. So, I mean, just 87. I'm not sure who 87 is. I believe that's their tight end 1 or 2. And he just takes him, all the way to the
3,
gap.
4. Right.
Just closes the gap right up and stops that from being 5-6 yards and turns it into only 3 or 4 and drives the tight end all the way into him. Gets the tackle even. Drives through the block, sheds it, and gets his arms all the way around the running back. And it looks like a group hug there. And I think it is. Everybody was group hugging, saying, congratulations, Marshawn. That was a phenomenal play.
I love it.
I think,
love it.
I think the next one's going to be this way. He's going to drive 2 of them. 87 is going to be involved in this as well. No?
So right here, you're just going to see you're going to see his synapses firing off right here. You're going to see him diagnose a play. You're going to see him get his body in position to make a play on that play and then force a quick throw, which ended up being a completion. Good throw by the wide receiver. By the quarterback there, but quick tackle. I believe that was Kalen Carson on the coverage. Only had about a yard of separation. Was able to make a quick tackle. But if you'll run back to the beginning of that play, you'll see the immediate recognition. There you go. The immediate recognition of the play to get his body position and then use his arm to separate himself from his blocker to leave himself room to make the move he needed to move. And that stiff arm.
Again with the strong arm. This is different.
Yes.
Last week we were highlighting the inside arm, getting the leverage on the tackle, getting him to the outside on the pass rush. And this is the inside arm establishing position in the to pass rush again.
And look at how he's got the guy.
But he thinks he sees runs, so he takes the inside first because
he takes the inside. But the separation with the arm there, the strength. If you look at 80, whoever that is so unbalanced right there. He's beat. The strength of Marshawn has that guy unsettled. He's got him stood square up. He's on his back heels. He's got no chance there. So Marshawn's just breaking it. Look,
gets rid of him into the backfield. Right. Now
he's probably trying to leak out there to go catch a pass, maybe. But that's never going to happen. Marshawn's closing speed was pretty good there. That was just a really good, diagnosing of a play. Really, really good to see. Excited about this kid.
See, yeah, I noticed too watching him play. Like his eye, I just watched highlights before this. His eye is on the prize. Like every chance he had to go after Stetson Bennett, like unrealistic or not, he was doing it. Like he was dead set.
His effort was there.
Yeah, he had his eye on the prize.
Sam, you're a segue specialist because when we talk about effort and we talk about keeping your eye on the prize and finishing, right? Because eye on the prize, you have to finish to go get the prize. Well, right here, he's going to take some contact and get blocked out of this play, actually. You see the drive right there. Run that back just a little bit so you can see where he's coming from here. And you see the left guard pull and come smack Marshawn. Bam! Stands him up.
He's blocked.
He eats that. That's blocked. But he's going to fight that. He's going to eat that contact. He's going to stay there, and he's going to keep this hole plugged.
Bam,
that was incredible effort.
Motivation.
That's a big guy who just come and lifted you up. But to continue to fight through that and continue, and he looks like he's the one on the ball making the tackle. Eats the contact there. Boom. Absorbs it. Fights off the ball. Wraps up.
Gets involved in the tackle, right?
No,
I think Marquise Bell sitting there in front is who you credit the tackle with. Yes. But like you said, you've got effort highlighted there.
Yes, well, and you also don't want to leave your safety one-on-one with the running back
because he could be the guy you see in the highlight, where the running back's running by for a 20-yard skip.
That's right.
And there's the
there's going to be a lot of guards that pull like that and come blow linebackers up on those kind of blocks. So this last one we got here, I believe this is the last one. Mm-hmm. You're just going to see the strength and tenacity. He's just going to take 2 guys right here, and he's just going to run them all the way into the play.
He does have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow.
And he just takes them and he just drives them all the way over into the
2
play.
people 5 yards. We'll watch it again.
See, and I feel like taking 2-on-1 on his first preseason game, people must know what he's capable of and what they're in for because, woo!
And then winning and good, and you know what I mean? And good to see him win on a rep like that. He gets double teamed and he wins. Now I know he's kind of away from the play. It's not like this super impacts the play. I mean, it kind of does, but just the fact that he drove them 7 yards to say, I'm going to go get involved. Where's the ball? So you could see a guy easily give up on that and say, oh, the play went way over there. I've got two guys blocking me. I'm not making it. No, he was going to drive those guys out of the stadium if until the whistle blew.
Heck yeah.
That's what you love to see. What you love to see.
Absolutely.
So I think that concludes the show for the day. Landry, is that a wrap?
Nah.
What do you guys think about DeMarvion Overshown? Now I was like, oh wait, what? What
We're
are
just
you
messing.
laughing?
No,
We're
we
just
think
messing
he's
with you. It's an inside joke.
No.
The Barbie
Oh, I
Over
was
Show.
gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
wait a minute. No, I was just gonna say. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, halfway through the game, I know it's just preseason, and I don't care. But I was screaming like that last play of the game. I literally screamed bloody murder. But I loved seeing him out there, like coming back from that ACL tear and just being
Yes.
a monster already. Like not scared of anything, not scared of injury, just ready to go out and get it. Like I'm stoked to
No,
see
he's
what
one. He's
he
one we
does.
missed. Absolutely, he's one that we missed in the trending.
Yes. Yeah. No, he definitely should have been a part of the training. He had a very early on an explosive play that, I believe some people, I saw a tweet that said, last year that was a 5-yard gain, but he comes off his block and he shows quick explosiveness and he gets to the backfield, makes a tackle. Yeah, we didn't have DeMarvion Overshown in those clips, but great mention, Sam, because he did play really good. Excited to see him. It's so funny. Like I said, our linebacker core went from thin to we got some
Beautiful.
guys. We got some
Yeah.
guys, and we got a leader in Eric Kendricks that's going to get this defense game plan implemented, and it's going to be fun. What is up, Mr. Savage? EJ in the building. So we were going to wrap the show and go ahead and end it, but since we're only 37 minutes in, and since we have a little time on our hands, we want to do something. And everybody here with us, stick around, play along. I'm gonna win because I think I know my teammate better than you guys know my teammate. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a little game with our teammate Slam and Sammy that we like to call "Hit Me or Miss Me."
You win some, you lose some, but you live
Play ball!
another day.
I am terrified.
Are you ready?
I guess.
Terrified. Hit me or miss me is all about fun. All right, here's your first topic. All right, updated rules on hit me or miss me. You're gonna pick 2 that hit you and 2 that miss you, right?
Okay.
2 of each. All right.
I don't like how much you're okay.
Oh, hold on here. I gotta get this into a correct view.
Boom.
Okay, NFL alternatives.
Oh.
Hit me or miss me on NFL alternatives. If you can't watch the NFL, what's the next sports that hit you?
What's on your sports playlist, Samantha?
Do you want me to tell you right now? Because I only
yeah.
like.
Well, you
okay.
got 2 hit me's, 2 miss me's, so let us know.
Okay,
People want to
so
know what Sam likes.
real quick, I have to ask, what the heck is
Calcio Storico?
Yes.
Well,
Sounds like a miss the bull kind of thing, the way you said it.
I'm so glad you asked. This is another one we running short on time. I wanted to have a video prepared for you, and it would help a lot. But maybe you can take a look afterwards, and you'll be interested. Calcio Storico is on there just to have some fun. It is a game that they played once a year in Florence, Italy. That is essentially a cross between rugby and a street fight. These guys are about 22 on each team. You only get to play if you're born from a certain village.
It's so crazy.
Dang,
there are 4 teams: the red team, the blue team, the white team, and the green team. And if
That's
you're not
literally
born,
their names.
if you're not born from a certain area, you don't get to play. It's the biggest, baddest guys in town. They essentially line up in the middle like linemen. Instead of blocking each other for field position, they just fight each other. But they fight each other bare knuckle, and there are a handful of referees running around, none of which seem to be doing anything. They're dressed like court jesters.
Yeah, they're often confused for drunken fans and punched.
There seem to be very, very little rules. It's just the most outrageous combination of essentially every sport in the world plus fight each other to get there.
Yeah, we wanted to put together a little reel for you of some Calcio Storico because we figured you might ask, but we ran out of time. But we encourage
I
you
know, I
and
wish I had
anybody
the video
watching,
so bad.
if you haven't seen some Calcio Storico highlights or at least one single match, go turn on your English subtitles and watch one.
And
It's
obviously,
entertainment.
from the way I described how violent the match is, like I said, they literally have it once a year with the 4 teams. They just have 2 semifinals, and the 2 winners play in the final game.
That's it.
Holy cow.
Calcio Storico is not
Okay.
an actual option.
Yeah,
And
one
that's-
guy, and I quote the guy. He said, "The goal is not only to score, but it's to save your face and get out of here alive."
Ooh, that gave me chills. What?
So that's a game that they play for fun in a country. So
All right, I am 10 out of 10 gonna check that out because honestly, I watched this show on Netflix. It was called Dogfight, and even though I'm like innocent and soft-hearted, I love me a good fight. But I'm not
That's
counting
right.
that today. So
Well, here you go. As far as that goes, when you say check it out, it's on Netflix. That's how I found out about it. It should still be there, and it was part of a series called Home Game, is what it was called. I
Home
think
Game.
there's 4 or 5 episodes that have that are other unique games that are only played in a certain region that are basically unknown. One of those episodes is about Calcio Storico. So
okay,
wildly
I'm gonna go
entertaining.
ahead. I'm gonna
Anyways,
go
hit me,
ahead
miss
to
me
that
on
one.
NFL alternatives. And
EJ's
EJ's got
close.
guesses. Close.
He's close.
We got one then.
So hockey. I love hockey. It kind of has to go
That's
with
right.
that. Calcio Storico. I love fighting. Like rough them, tough them, beat them up. Like I am all for that. And then the fact that it's legal for them to slam into each other on the glass, they cuss. You know, when I first started watching local hockey, I swear they had this like, you got 3 minutes, and 2 of the players that were really going at it, they would let them fight for like 2-3 minutes straight, like mess each other up. I've seen a tooth come out, and I was like, woo! Like I love
So-
aggressive fighting. So
When you
hockey.
say local, what do you mean by local hockey?
The Wichita Thunder hockey team.
Okay,
It was,
are they like a minor league affiliate?
yes, EHL.
I
or
say
I
minor
believe-
league.
Yeah, they so our rival is actually Allen, Texas, which is where my favorite player, Braden Watts, actually went. So if you guys check it out, he's a
Not far
dime
from us
piece.
right now. Yeah. All right, so
I don't
hockey.
know. I think it's
So,
in
and-
Allen, Texas. So I don't know.
Oh, it's right around
I think
here.
This is why we wanted to play the game because we were getting to know a little bit more Sam. Who knew that Sam had a local favorite hockey player from Allen, Texas, named Braden Watts? I mean, we'd have never learned that without this show today. So
Did he used to play in Wichita?
he did. He was
Yeah.
like our main goal, like the guy that
Yeah.
made the goal, the main guy. Like, and I can't believe we got rid of him. I was like, no. Like, I took my mom to a hockey game, and I was like, watch him, and I would like
Yeah.
chant his name. I would scream. If you guys ever come to Kansas, I'm gonna take you to a hockey game. You're gonna
Even
see
better,
me
you've,
freak out
you've been
the
to
whole
live
time.
hockey. That's one of the few sports I haven't seen live, and
Wow.
and I have only heard and from watching on TV that it's probably the best sport you can see live versus.
Yes,
true.
you
Versus
guys
watching on
might
TV.
have to plan a trip to come out here just for a hockey game because
let's go.
I
So
get
if hockey's a
wild.
hit, what else?
Now this is where it gets hard. So I love. Ugh. Okay. Does it
We'll
have
see
to
you
be
there, EJ.
watching or playing? Watching or playing? Because I think baseball is one of the most boring sports to watch. But if I had the chance to join a summer league, I would play baseball right now.
Yeah.
Like, shortstop was my go-to. I did a little bit of first base when I played, and then I did left outfield. Shout out to EJ. We do live in the same city. And then NASCAR. I haven't watched it in a while. That was a sport my dad got me into. He was a big Dale Earnhardt fan.
Mhm.
Sorry, I have a kid trying to break in here. We watched the race where Dale Earnhardt passed away, and I will never forget that. Like, I was young, but I will never forget
Yeah.
that. But NASCAR, my favorite driver is probably Denny Hamlin. It doesn't have anything to do with him being attractive, but I love Denny Hamlin. So between
Well, see, I
baseball
love
and
Denny Hamlin
NASCAR,
too, but it does have everything to do with him being extremely attractive.
I won't tell anybody.
Okay, but it sounds like
Um,
your hit is going to be hockey and baseball though, because we'll give it to you. It sounds like baseball's the second sport besides hockey that you have the
I
most
love
affinity
it,
for.
yeah, but I can't watch it on TV. It's so
Okay.
boring.
Okay.
Now my misses. God. So I'm gonna be a girl here. I hate golf.
Mhm.
And that's just plain simple. Golf is dumb. No offense to anybody because I just don't like that sport. I think I'm not good at golf, but that has
Well,
nothing to
let's.
do with it.
Well, I'm not good
Um,
at it, and I like it.
it just hits a ball and it goes flying, and then you have to try to put it in the hole. Like,
Look, yeah, no, yeah, like I said, I won't debate you. You can have your misses, but for me, the golf is the beauty of it. It's literally the courses and the landscape, and it's peaceful and enjoyable in that regard. But anyways,
okay,
so golf.
I can't do the piece. I have to have like the hype. You know, that's why I'm stressing you guys on coming to a hockey game. Will not shut up about
Okay.
that. My second miss is between. This is so hard. I'm
Chuck
not gonna
Chuck
say
is
esports.
giving us a little NASCAR sound effects here for the
Okay,
he's referring to the cars going around the track. Zoom is I think that's a
that better be
zzz.
what he means because he's
I
being a hater. He even made fun of
didn't
me
mean to
for
put
eating pickles earlier. Um, I would probably have to say soccer. Now here's the girl part of it. I have somebody I follow on Twitter that posts a lot of soccer players. They're dreamy, they're cute, but soccer sucks. My best friends in high school played soccer, and it's aggressive. You know, they run into each other and stuff, but I
Look
get
at that. I just
bored.
received an email and it's Sam's resignation from the Star We Are letter. Sorry
All
guys.
right,
She just left the team. She's no longer with us. We apologize.
right.
Soccer hater.
We need more soccer lovers.
I can't. I will try to get
I will
into
try.
it, but do not count me for it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say my other one was basketball, but I watched a lot of March Madness last year.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't know
March
all the
Madness is the best
technicalities
basketball you
to
can
it.
watch.
It is. It
See,
is.
yeah, and I was
You're
getting
watching the best
into it,
basketball.
And one of
but
the
I
better
just
tournaments on TV, March Madness.
yeah, I think I love the college aspect instead of the
Mhm.
whole
Before they
bunch of LeBron James and
all the
all that.
millionaires.
Right. And I did watch the Mavericks go all the way, and that was pretty interesting, but it's because I had a goal in mind. Now, watching how many games did they play? Like over 100? No,
They got
thanks.
82 in the regular season.
That's what I
Over
thought.
100. I love it.
Like,
They
I
play
just
2,000 games a year. It's
okay, I
ridiculous.
No, but
didn't
you're right.
think that much,
To
but
watch
it's
the
just a
Mavericks get to the
lot.
playoffs, it's close to 100 games. So.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, and I watched the playoffs because I mean I learned a lot about them from Twitter. Shout out to y'all for that. But
That's
that's
the same
it.
reason for baseball also.
Yeah.
162 games.
They
My
do
goodness.
play
Okay, so I
2,000
got
games a
those
year.
Goodness.
confused. Okay, I knew
Mhm.
Yeah,
baseball
over
was a
100.
lot of games too.
Well
but
over 100. You got it.
It's ridiculous.
All right, so that's a hit on hockey and baseball, and misses on golf and basketball. Or we went with golf and
soccer.
soccer.
So I only had one right. I figured hockey would be on the hit list. I was wrong on everything else, but I've got a single
What did
point.
you have? I want to know.
Well, I thought you were going to say hockey and golf just for some weird reason. You apparently hate golf.
What?
And for some reason I knew you say hockey, and then I thought the misses were going to be just like Calcio Storco because you didn't know it, but you kind of said that you like fighting, so you didn't necessarily, that wasn't a miss. I can't remember what the other miss was, but all I had was hockey.
Man,
I had golf as
I'm a lover of a player.
I had golf as a miss, and
Good job.
possibly esports is a surprise hit, but
Yeah, I'm not really sure what esports is besides online gaming. Like,
Yeah, it's like the
gaming.
competition gaming.
It's just that people, they actually, I mean, it's big enough now that they have arenas, and people go to the arenas when people play Madden tournaments or Call of Duty tournaments or whatever.
Because we do know you're a gamer, so
yeah, I
know
was gonna
that.
say that is a good one. I am a gamer. I love to game. I'm not very good at sports games, but I love to game.
Yeah. So
So-
esports not necessarily meaning sports video games. It can be any sport,
Yeah.
any video game. Just playing
electronic
playing
sports,
video
meaning
games
gaming,
as a sport.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Dang it. I'll have to
competitive
check into
gaming,
that.
we'll call it.
I love
Yeah.
Okay, Landry, you might have been onto something. I mean,
Nah,
opposite, but onto something.
I'll give you that. All right. All right, we'll move on to the second one. This one, a lot more baseline of a topic, so this one may be easier and more difficult for you. Who knows to decide? Just general cinema genres.
So 2 hit, 2 miss.
Hit and 2 miss.
Oh God, man, you guys had to put so many good subjects on here. Like I am a movie watcher. Oh God, this is hard. My number one, I feel like this is. I love rom-coms, but that's not my number one. I like reading rom-coms. My number one would have to be action. Chuck, leave the room right now. Get out. Action. I love war movies. I love fighting movies. I love shooting movies. Like now I'm not big on like aliens and things like that, but I'm down with like all sorts of fighting. God, I'm so mad you guys put comedy and drama on here because that but I would probably have to go with animated. I am a sucker for cartoons, for Disney movies, for anime, for
Yeah.
anything animated. Animated. We should have finished that. But God, I really
Shout out
I
to
don't-
Attitude Era. Was that Attitude Era I seen in there? In the chat?
It is, yeah. It is.
and what? Okay.
So it sounds like the issue is that 6 or 7 of these would be hits, and you've got to sort between those to pick a
Yes,
top 2.
because I love
Yeah.
comedy, I love drama, rom-com.
All right. It's
Okay.
become most and least favorite now, basically.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
no,
a
but you
movie
picked-
watcher.
No, you picked animated.
Animated dominated
Yeah,
so far.
Animated, and
animated
action.
and comedy. Oh, animated
No
and
action.
In action. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then
War
I got
movies.
one. I had horror and action pegged as the hits. I got one. I've got Western and thriller here as the misses. So where are we at on miss, Sam?
Okay. Well,
Lead the
Lead the witness?
Yeah.
Why?
well,
I'm just
I can
saying,
tell you
Sam, if
he's
you pick
not...
Western and thriller, it wouldn't be a coincidence at all.
Okay, so okay, I'm 50-50 on Western because I love like Tombstone. I love that movie. I love Doc Holliday. I love Wyatt Earp. I love all of them. But
Right.
most other Westerns you won't see me into. But we do have a Cowtown Museum here. I'm all for. If you guys come, we'll have to go there. It's free on the weekends.
Cowtown Museum and hockey. It sounds like a day.
Yeah, we're planning a
it would be
whole.
fun. Kansas is a little better than what people put it out to be, and I will fight that till the end of time. Now my miss. Kind of hard to pick between thriller and horror because thriller is a little more action, so I don't think I could go with that. But horror, I've seen my fair share of horror movies, and yeah, they're gory, yeah, they're gross, but they are so predictable. Like
Yeah.
when people were talking about leaving during Paranormal Activity, I was like, you're joking. Like that movie, like I thought I was a scaredy cat. That movie ain't that scary. Like, get a grip. I don't know. They're just so predictable. I can't.
You
only
really
thing
have
that
to
gets
sell
me-
yourself on horrors to buy into it. Like,
And
you
and I will say it's probably a genre that fewer people are going to pick as like a go-to hit me genre.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
something that almost everybody can enjoy on the right night. But yeah, not an everyday
yeah.
thing for a lot of people.
I watched a horror movie. I think it's a horror movie. You guys will have to check it out if you like it. And don't hate me afterwards because I will never watch this movie ever again. It's
Okay.
called Tusk. It is the creepiest movie I have ever seen in my whole entire life. Like by the end of it, I wasn't scared. I was disgusted. Like it is freaky. Like
Okay.
and the sad part is I'm pretty sure it's based on a true story.
Well, then good. I'll make sure I never watch that. So
Sounds like a B-level horror movie that's really rough. You know,
It's weird.
so we know Sam's heels do not have eyes, and
No.
we know that action or the action and animated. If you're coming with some explosions and some car crashes, if you're fast and you're furious and you're Mickey Mouse, Sam's in love with you. If not, you
Frick,
didn't
yeah.
make the top. You didn't you didn't make the A team, and that's too bad. So this special topic, or this next topic, I'll say, is very special. It's near and dear to a lot of our hearts. We're hoping that you're inspired the same way that we were in creating the topic. Everybody loves tight ends. Everybody loves a good, tight.
That's a super pivotal position, right? Becoming more and more used in the NFL these days.
It's a more central position. They usually play in the center. They usually receive. Without further ado,
I knew
hit
that's
me or
what
miss
you're
me.
referring to.
Tight ends in the
Okay.
NFL. We've got the names, but we've got those hidden. So if you're with us, a very special moment, you get to find out what type of tight end is Samantha drafting on her team.
You guys, I am sweating right now. I cannot believe you.
Imagine us putting the segment together.
Oh God, I am. Woo.
I just specifically remember Landry saying, "E, get that one. That's a good one. Get that one. That's a good one."
Oh my God. Okay, let me get it together here. My miss. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go with H. I mean, there's nothing to work with
H
there.
is a miss.
It's more of an end than a tight end. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be worried if any of them are Tony Pollard.
That's gonna be the best part of the whole deal. You give us the other miss, and we'll tell you who those two are.
God, okay, so it's kind of hard because B looks like
C looks kind of hard. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, right?
Okay, but C is a little
really
plump.
hard.
Like it has a little bit of cushion to it.
Juice.
God, it's between. I can't see D, so I can't count.
I was gonna say D is looking a little dark. I was seeing that.
So I'll probably, man, it's between B and G. I mean, G looks like there might be some potential there, but B looks like he has some butt crack problems. Like,
so your two misses are what? So flat bottom boys do not make Samantha's world go round. We do know that part. What
I'm a booty grabber.
We learn something new every day.
Perfect topic. Perfect topic.
Okay, so C, God, it's hard because C and E are both beautiful. But
wait. What are the misses though? Before we go to the hits,
God,
you got know. H. You have H.
It's either B or G. I'm scared. I'm gonna have to probably.
B and G is the misses. Oh, H and
H is one for sure. Yeah, and she's picking.
I think I'm gonna go with B as a miss over G. B looks a little more promising. I'm gonna go with B. Yeah, so B and H.
This is so funny.
I'll let it slide.
Okay. This is hilarious.
It really is.
So you missed your two misses. Were the two Cowboys on the list?
The only two Dallas Cowboys.
Is Tony on there?
It's not. But H is Mr. Sean Lee, Mr. Flat Bottom Sean Lee, and B is Jason Witten.
What? Jason Witten's butt looked bigger than that from a side view.
I'm bad. No, look, I'm actually going to put this on potentially the graphics. Maybe we should have done it a bit larger because honestly, I had B as like the obvious hit. So I saw something different in the photo.
Do you see the type of things that were being said while we were putting this show together yesterday while I was losing it? Did you hear the words that just come out of his hands?
Okay,
folks,
but
the show is canceled.
His butt crack. Like, I just can't get over that. C, I really have to say C is a hit for sure. Short shorts and knee-high socks. What? Did I stand out? Okay, anyways. A A and E are my second two. E is pretty nice, but he is slouched over it. A lot of man's booties can look nice if they're slouched over like that.
Oh, good call.
A looks like he's kind of standing, and it kind of looks a little juicy there. You guys put me in a predicament here. I think C for sure.
I'm
Yes.
quitting this team and this show. I'm not doing this anymore, guys.
We'll put that one out there as you're making your last one, because that's the third or fourth time. Joey Bosa clearly has the most beautiful butt on the list.
No,
See, I'm done.
no. I am so sad. His butt is so nice, but I do not like either one of the Bosas. And Joey has
Jimmy
the
J's
biggest
here,
nose in
signing
the whole
out.
wide world. Can you give me a hint on who A is? Can I
No.
tell me?
No, don't need a hint on who it is.
Okay, I'm probably gonna go with A over E just because E is bent over. It looks like a
The A
nice
over
butt,
E.
but I'm gonna go with A.
So you just
Okay.
you've shysted Ryan Fitzpatrick on E.
Mhm.
His butt
Because he
didn't make
bent
the
over.
list. G, who you were trying to kick off the list, is Mr. Jalen Hurts. That's an
Oh,
eagle
thank
booty. We
God.
don't like
I
eagle
was so
booties.
worried about that one.
So
There's no booty there.
D, who didn't get picked because he was dark, and he doesn't need a butt because he's got 7 rings. It's Tom Brady.
What?
So yeah. So you don't need a butt when you got 7 championships. I mean, I'll give my butt right now for Dallas to have 1. So you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
F, who was hardly looked at, is former Saints tight end Jimmy Graham, Saints and
Yeah, tight
Broncos.
ends do have a nice butt, but
Hi.
Well, a lot of
Hey.
these guys are 6'6" and kind of built right in between. They're not husky. They're not throwing weight around, but they've got to be the bigger athletic guys. So I guess it makes sense. Anyways, who's A that she chose?
Who was A?
All of a sudden, I blanked on A.
it's a white top. I think.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is
He
it
was
Joe
an actual
Burrow?
tight end.
Oh.
No.
Oh, it's Kelsey.
It is Travis Kelce. He's right.
Travis Kelsey.
Ooh,
He was the
has
first
a
one we
nice
chose
butt.
on the list. Yeah.
Especially when he puts his hand
He
on his
does.
hip.
So there you go. Those
That worked out perfectly.
Those
You
are the
guys-
3. So I win because we'll just by default, because I had to sit through this.
Everything's
I
made up and the
declared
points don't
myself
matter.
the winner.
I just
We
wanna
just know that Landry on record said that Joey Bosa got
No.
the nicest.
I reiterated that Sam had confirmed with continuing to go back.
multiple times.
That one's beautiful. That's
That's what she did say.
It's a
Please,
handful.
that was
Isn't that what guys say? It's a
Yeah.
handful. Like you can just
Something like that. Something like that. So that was fun.
yeah, right on time. I think we'll start to wrap it up. That's the end of
if
our
you
game
guys
for the day.
ever need me like for 15 minutes again, this is the way to go. Like
You
I
like
will
that
do-
one?
That's a
Yeah.
good segment. Okay.
But
We
I
will-
think next time you should give me all Cowboys, so I feel better about my decisions because I will never look at Joey Bosa the same. He's like a brown bag special.
I'll have to
I
DM you the
think
full
he's
version.
So ugly, but
I'll have to DM you the full version of the Jason Witten picture. I think it needs reevaluated.
yeah, please do. I might change my mind.
I think it needs reevaluated.
Well, that does it for this week and for every week here going forward. Make sure you join us on Wednesdays where we recap this show and how pissed off we were that we had to sit through it. AM Mayhem. I'm going to go ahead and go live next Wednesday, and we will talk about how angry this show made us and how we're not going to do this anymore. No, honestly, Cowboys Nation, thanks for stopping by. Chuck,
Yes.
Attitude Era, EJ Savage, which EJ has a show coming up. I'm actually fixing to check out. I've got a little
Exactly. I was
drive
about to
ahead.
say everybody in here 7:30 over to Boys in the Zone with DJ Savage.
Yeah,
Yes,
go
go
check
watch.
him out.
Go watch Boys in the Zone. Remember, if you were here tonight, if not, if you're going to watch later, subscribe to the channel. It's the freest thing you can do, and it's the most valuable thing that you can do for us. It holds a lot of value, and it's as easy as a click of a button. Go like, go subscribe, go follow the Star We Are on all your social media platforms. Anybody got anything they want to close with?
Just thanks to Samantha for being an excellent sport on that, because I figured that was going any which way.
Well, before,
I'm
listen,
so glad you
before
guys
we
did
close
that.
the
I
show,
was-
we're going to get this off our screen first. We're not going to close the show with this on our.
Guys,
This is
I
not how
like
we
the
close a YouTube
view.
show, guys.
Aw.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, just because we didn't today We're gonna sign out. We're gonna say bye. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Same time, same Cowboys, fans. And just because we did it today, make sure you always fan responsibly.
Bye, guys.